Afternoon. This is Betty Meredith, President of the International Retirement Resource Center, and I'm happy to be your session host today for Through the Looking Glass, 3 Popular Retirement Income Philosophies with Jamie Hopkins, Director of Retirement Research at the Carson Group, which is a new position for him as of January of 2019. Providing comprehensive retirement income planning services helps you separate your practice from the pack, helps you keep clients for life, and helps you help them get through retirement securely. The 3 most popular retirement income strategies today are flooring, bucketing, and systematic withdrawals. It is important to understand how to execute each strategy and how each strategy can be better suited for a different client under a goal-based philosophy. It is also important to understand the 4% safe withdrawal rate, why it may not be so safe anymore, and the role of home equity in income strategies. Jamie Hopkins is the Director of Retirement Research at the Carson Group. He is also the author of the book, Rewiring the Way You Think About Retirement, and he is also a former professor at the American College where he helped co-create the RICP, so you can see that he loves retirement. He has done consulting for a number of Fortune 500 companies and is a highly sought-after speaker, and he is a regular contributor to Forbes and Investment News on retirement income planning and has been published in dozens of journals regarding tax law and retirement income planning. And he has also been selected by Investment News as one of the top 40 financial professionals under the age of 40. And Jamie, before I turn it over to you, are you still under 40? Or did you?
I am. Yeah, still under. So it still counts to read that out then.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you so
Apparently.
much for being with us, and I'll turn it over to you.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you so much, Betty, for having me on. And yeah, I'm really excited. This presentation is always evolving for me, but as kind of the bio you probably got is I love retirement planning, love retirement income planning. Really excited to be at Carson Group. That's a brand new thing, kind of switching roles from being a professor for the last 7 years, kind of back to the capitalism world. That's a nice change right now for me, so I'm pretty excited about it. So what are we going to talk about today? I kind of heard the overview that I guess I helped write for it, and I was like, man, that's a lot of stuff to cover, so I'll try to get through all of it. What we're really going to talk about is income planning. This presentation, I'm going to talk a little bit about like this process of building a plan and kind of working with consumers and your clients on this. And I think a big aspect of that is going to be this behavioral side, and that's something I'm going to be focusing on tremendously this next year. Is just, can we build systems and processes that really kind of encourage the client, the end consumer, or the person we're trying to help out there have a more secure retirement, right? And kind of overcome some of those hurdles we know exist because of misconceptions, because of fear from biases and those things. And how do we build a process and a plan that helps us overcome that? I think is really important, because if we put the best plan together in the world but nobody buys into it, nobody follows through on it, we didn't get anywhere, right? Like, we're back to square one. So we've really got to take that, the planning, the knowledge, and then be able to put it into action at some point. So we're going to spend some time talking about those areas kind of on the front end. And then we will go through kind of the 3 main strategies as I see it out there, and kind of philosophies of income planning, right? The bucketing, the flooring, the systematic withdrawals. And, systematic withdrawals, probably the one that gets the most attention out there, I think, in the media. Annuities the last couple of weeks, maybe months now, has been getting a lot of press again, too, as annuity sales are picking up again. Department of Labor rules gone. Some of the compliance is kind of eased up again. Interest rates were rising. Market's been, kind of down over the last year. So some of those things that start pushing people to secure income sources are kind of back. So kind of watching that will be interesting too. So the very first part is kind of talking about specializing in retirement income planning. And this has really evolved from what I would say is kind of a marketing phrase, or, kind of one of those keywords that people just throw out to really a niche area and a growing area that eventually won't be niche at all. Which is just income planning and retirement, right? Before we use these broader terms, just kind of saving for retirement, where are we with that? And I think it's changing to, right, generating income, and that specialty area of understanding how are we going to generate secure income for a client, right? As part of our practice, and you heard it before, clients for life, right? We can get them to retirement, but retirement's almost as long as your working years now. You might be in retirement 30 or 40 years. So that's a long period of time to build in. Now, this first one here, kind of what I want to show you is, why I think process is so important. And this is kind of a personal story, some background. I just find it interesting. So that's a picture of myself and Michael Phelps. I guess from maybe a year and a half ago now, we were in Atlantis doing a presentation. I was interviewing him. We grew up together. We grew up in Baltimore, swam together every day for years. And the reason I like talking about this is, it's not because it's just I know a famous person. Well, it's because you know something about him, so I don't have to fill in all the details of the story. But I grew up swimming with him, and I swam under head coach Bob Bowman, I think 3-time now Olympic head coach Bob Bowman. And, what I learned from that whole process, right, of swimming with somebody who, at this point, right, most decorated Olympic athlete of all time. You see on there 23 gold medals, 39 world records. What I saw from that was, not just talent. What I saw was the process that it takes to be great at something, not the process it takes to be kind of good, be a pretty good college athlete or high school athlete, but really the difference from good to great.